92. Pulling up to draw a peg. Here we go. Alan Norris. It could be under Richard Drage, if not.
No, that's under A Norris.
Right, lovely, thank you very much. Oh, got about 4 or 5 there. So here we go, folks. Let's get this one done. One done. Peg 92. Where's that?
In the trees.
In the tree. Peg 92 in the trees. Yeah. Decent area, sounds of it. Right, great stuff. Thank you very much, guys. Great stuff. Thank you very much. See you later, guys. Right, there we go. Peg 92. Right, as you've seen, I've drawn peg 92. Apparently the flyers is 85, 86. But I think that came 5th in the match in peg 92 from what I've just been told. I think it was last week. So hopefully there's a few fish there to be had. Only thing that worries me is I've got the wind off my back. I've had wind in my face all winter, and I do know that bream like to follow the wind, so I don't know. There might still be some fish there. If they follow the wind, they'll be other side at bank. So we'll see how we get on. Get down to my peg, get organised, and we'll see if we can get a few fishies. See you on the bank. Right, folks, I'm here. All set up, I'm in. Based up on my short line, and I'm just on my long line. I'm going to have a couple of 3 5-minute casts to start with, and then I'm going to be a bit more patient after that. Right, I've got Phil Ringer there, look. He's looking like he's fishing at about the same distance as my longest line. Now what I've done, I've been told to find weed and then a clear patch at the side of it, which is pretty much ideal. Now I didn't measure any measurements, I just went out, plumbed up. The first one that I found, which I was classing as short line, was 39 metres. And then to the right of that, there's some weed, quite a bit of weed. So I'm hoping that that's going to be my best line, but you never know, dear. So I've put 3 lots of bait down there, the Guru feeders. And the other line that I found, I did chuck it out to about 60 metres, but it seemed smooth and gravelly. Now if I were carp fishing, I'd be clipping up on that gravel. And then I've hit some weed. No idea what distance it was, I'm bringing it in, clipped up, and that's at 48 metres. If I go to the left, that's where the weed is. If I go to the right, it's smooth. So I'm thinking it's a smooth bottom, muddy bottom, not gravelly, because the gravel one won't half bouncing like that. Like I say, if it were carp, it'd be perfect. So I think I'm just off the weed now. There's quite a bit there as well, so I'm thinking if I do get a bite, I'm going to have to lift it up to start with to get over it, because once you get, seems like it's about 5-6 metres of weed, and I've got quite a bit on my gripper lead. So I'm just off it, 2 lines. Let's see, I was told to fish at 50 and 70, but I just couldn't find anything that felt right, so it was gravel and smooth. So I've gone where there's a bit of cover, weed and what have you. Let's see if that works. Right, let me get my camera set up and we'll see if we get a few pulls. Right, we are an hour and a half in. I've been on that long line. I had half a dozen casts at sort of 7 minutes, between 5 and 7 minutes, 5 minutes, and then I went up to 7, and then I've been leaving it last couple of casts for 15 minutes. I have had an indication, but there was nothing there. Whether it was a liner, it looked like a bite to me. It was quite sharp, so I don't know. Unless it was one of these grebes zooming about, I don't know. Phil's not had anything. I've not seen anybody to my left catch. And I've just gone on to the line that I baited up on, the 39 metre line. Phil seems to be fishing at about the same distance as mine on the long line. So I thought I'll have a couple of casts down here on this short line, have a look, and see see if anything happens. Apparently, I mean, I've just heard Phil say, I don't know where Gaz Lambert is, but apparently somebody's had 3 or 4 bream somewhere, but I've no idea. We're too far apart to sort of to know. There's certainly nobody had anything around here, so I don't know. I don't know if it's fishing hard or not, because I can't really tell if anybody's catching anything. Just one of them things, so I've just got to stick to my plan and hope something turns up. So I just thought I'd give you a quick update. Bright sunshine, wind's just right. Don't know. Apparently 54 pound come off this peg last week, so let's just hope we get 1 or 2 fish. Right, well, we're 2 hours in. Phil has just had his first fish. I've not seen anybody to my left catch one. And I did see a landing net about 4 fishermen up. I could only see a landing net, so it looked like a bream as well. So I've seen 2 fish caught on this lake so far. And I've had no signs. I've just had a half an hour on that short line. I've just gone back out onto my long line. That's where Phil, well, it looks like he's sticking to one line to me. Unless he's, I can't remember where he put his bait. With me rushing at the end, I can't remember whether he put any bait short or even longer, but I think he's just sticking to that sort of 50-metre line, it looks like to me. But I've just had no, apart from that little indication an hour ago, no signs whatsoever. So I think it's just a case of being patient and just hope something does turn up on the bait that's out there. So, pretty poor update at the minute. But it's a lovely day. Lovely day. Right, I've got a feeling, this wind, I've got a feeling that there could be some fish caught over there. But I could be wrong. The bream do usually follow the wind, but we shall see at the wane, won't we? Right, update shortly. Right. Well, I've gone on to the hybrid feeder, and in 1 minute 30, went straight around casting exactly the same spot I've been fishing for the last 3 hours. Whether they've just turned up or it's a coincidence, I don't know. Nice positive bite. I don't think it's the biggest. It's coming in all right. Go. First one of the day, yeah. It's not the biggest, it's not as big as the ones I've seen Phil catching, but it'll do. It'll do, folks. It's probably, from the sounds of it, it's one of the smaller ones that we're getting here. There you go, folks. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, we could do a few more of those. Let's hope when we go back out on the hybrid, it does that again. Right then. Oh, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. First bite of the day. I've seen some 1 or 2 bigger bream caught, but it'll do. We're off the mark, folks. We're off the mark. So a little yellow wafter. I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. Right, let's get it out there, eh? Lovely little plop. Right, we're away. See if we can get another one, eh? Right, now we're back in and all settled. There's 2 hours to go. I've had a look on the short line, nothing. I've had 3 indications and 1 fish on this longer line. Phil's had 2 bream and a skimmer and 4 indications, he says. I've not seen anything come out to my left. There's a guy 3 or 4 up. He's had 2 in 2 chucks. I don't know, a bit blustery. And then there's somebody around the corner I've seen landing a fish. Don't know how many he's had. I know Charlie Simpson's down there somewhere as well. Wow, where's this wind come from? So that's your update. That's my first fish. I was beginning to run out of ideas. It's just a bit of patience, but I could do with some fish rocking up now. I've been fairly accurate with my casting. I don't think with bream fishing it needs to be on like a dinner plate. I think if you're in with a yard or so, I think you're alright, because they move up and down the bream. They're like one little patrols. So as long as you get the distance and you're within a yard or so, I think you're alright. I've only had 1 look short, because from what I've seen, been caught, the fish have been at sort of 50 metres. But I will have another look, because I had 3 casts down there, so I've had 3 good old feederfuls and 3 extra smaller feederfuls go down there, so it's always worth another look. See if we can hopefully get 1 or 2 more, but it just seems difficult to me. I'm not a regular here, but it seems difficult today. There we go. Over and out. Right, 1 hour to go. I've still only had the 1. Phil's had 5 bream now, and the catching to his right as well. If you remember, I fancied it down there where wind's blowing into, and in fact there's another one which has been landed. I haven't seen a fish caught to my left, not 1. So I've had no liners. They've been catching Phil, the guy next to him, and onwards with the sound of it. Phil reckons, I mean, he's got 5 bream, a couple of skimmers and a roach. He reckons they've got 10, 12 bream further down. I don't know. That's just what he's told me anyway. So, which I think's peg 8, it's 84, 85, 86. I think they're the ones, and they're the favoured pegs anyway. They're the ones that can do well. So I just can't seem to get a bite. Just neither can these guys. I had the 1 on the hybrid and that was it. So 1 hour to go. I've been pretty accurate with my casting. There's been odd one when there's been a gust of wind just blowing it, but accurate with casting. Phil stuck to 1 line all day, which is pretty much the line I'm on the long line. Had a look short and nothing. So I don't know. Just isn't quite right. There we go.
Right, I've just got home, fisher people. They're all weighed in. What a beautiful place that is. Absolutely love it. It's right up my street. Love it. Absolutely love it. Even if you're not a fishy person, just go for a walk around there. It's absolutely beautiful. As you saw, I drew peg 92. I think I mentioned right at the beginning of the video, the way the wind was blowing, I pointed to my right. I'd want to be up there, and that's where the wind has come from. My approach, as you saw, I had a short line and a slightly longer line. I found a nice weed bed in front of me. The weed that comes out looks like you could eat it. It's that clean, bright green, gorgeous. So I think it was 39 metre line on my left. It's quite a hard bottom there, just off the weed to the left. Couldn't find a really soft, smooth bit. Just in front of the weed was the smooth bit, so I was just beyond that. I baited that one up, left it an hour and 10 minutes I think it was, and then I had a look. I had a couple of looks there and I never had a sign. On the right hand side it was soft, just to the right of the weed, and it ended up being, it just happened to be 48 metres. I noticed where Phil were casting and all the other guys. I heard Phil, somebody asked him how far they were fishing, he said 50 metres. So when I saw him casting I thought, I'm not far away from where Phil is, it's about the same. I had 3 indications, one which I ended up catching I think it was an hybrid actually. I didn't really take a good close look at it, so only when I tipped it out I thought, oh, I think that's an hybrid. It was 2.5 to 3 pounds, I think, something like that. And that went round after 45 seconds or so, but that was the only fish I've had. Everybody to my left, I didn't see any fish caught to my left, nobody weighed into my left. Apparently the wind's been blowing there, but it's changed direction, blowing the other way. Spoke to Phil, he reckons if it had been blowing like it was the rest of the week, we would have probably had a very good day. But it wasn't to be. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I forgot my suntan lotion, I left it in the van, but it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, just no fish. Phil ended up catching 20 something pounds, the guy next to him was catching, and so on, up until I think it was peg 77. Brian Nesbitt is coming with 90 something pounds, so well done Brian Nesbitt, good luck in the final, sunshine. Apparently the 70s are not that great, but the wind was blowing perfect down there. It just shows the bream do follow the wind. And on Overton, Gareth Lambert has 120 odd pound. Somebody told me, and I said, did he have the wind in his face? And yes, he did. So well done Gareth Lambert, and good luck in the final. What a mighty fisherman you are. He is this qualifier's mightiest fisherman, so well done Gareth Lambert. Right, we're going to keep it short and sweet, no point rabbiting on. I think I fished a tidy enough match, it just wasn't to be. So I still hope you've enjoyed the little insight to Ferry Meadows. I will look forward to going back there again at some point, don't know when, but it's a cracking fishery, I love it to bits. Next for me, next up is Feeder King on Wednesday. We did fish Southfield Reservoir last week with the old boys, I never had a bite. £4 something won it, it fished particularly hard, and in the oak match the day after, I think £12 won it the day after. But things can change because it was only the week before they were catching 20 odd pounds, so you just never know. So it's Feeder King on Wednesday for me, and Fishing Mania on Saturday. So that's it until Wednesday, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, absolutely free to subscribe. If you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and the thumbs up would be very, very nice. So until next time, we shall see you at the Feeder King on Wednesday at Southfield Reservoir. Take care, and don't forget, fish on.